Part 4, commissioning, living from authority, not survival. When you realize you are no longer fragile. At the windowsill, there comes a moment when you realize something quiet but unmistakable. You are no longer fragile. Not because life never wounded you, but because what wounded you no longer defines your structural integrity. You notice that your decisions are no longer shaped by fear or pain. You notice that your nervous system no longer organizes your life around safety or protection. You notice that your identity no longer seeks stabilization. It is already stable. There is nothing left to repair. There is only something left to live. This phase is called commissioning. Commissioning is when your life stops revolving around your healing and begins to expressing your authority. You are no longer learning how to survive your life. You are learning how to lead it. What commissioning is? Commissioning is the activation of a fully restored identity into functional authority. It is the moment when healing transitions into embodiment. You are no longer someone who understands truth intellectually. You are someone who lives it from truth automatically. Truth is no longer something you practice. Truth is something you operate from. Commissioning is not a feeling. It is a structural shift in identity. You stop asking, am I okay? You begin asking, what is mine now to steward? You no longer see yourself as someone recovering. You see yourself as someone responsible for what you now carry. The nervous system is commissioning. During survival, the nervous system protects. During integration, the nervous system stabilizes. During commissioning, the nervous system supports expansion. The nervous system no longer allocates energy toward threat detection. It allocates energy towards creation, leadership, connection, discernment, forward movement. Your systems trust your ability to navigate reality. This creates internal confidence that is not performative, it is structural. You do not need reassurance to remain stable. You remain stable because stability has become your baseline. You remain stable because you've already worked through all of the phases. The psychological shift from protection to authority. Authority does not emerge from control. Authority emerges from internal coherence. When your nervous system, identity, and perception are all aligned, you stop second-guessing yourself. Not because you believe you're perfect, but because you trust your internal orientation. You no longer override yourself to maintain connection with others. You no longer abandon yourself to preserve relationships either. You no longer negotiate your identity to maintain belonging. You belong to yourself. You belong to God. Your authority is in Him. Your identity is found in Him. Authority is self-trust in action. Behavioral markers of commissioning. Commissioning produces observable behavior changes. You may notice you make decisions without prolonged internal conflict. You trust your perception without needing external validation. You do not chase people. You do not chase explanations or closure. You allow yourself to choose their proximity to you without attempting to control outcomes. You do not perform stability. You live from it. You do not seek permission to exist fully. You exist fully. There is no urgency. There is clarity. Emotional stability in commissioning. Emotional stability during commissioning is not emotional numbness. You feel, but it is emotional sovereignty. You still feel deeply, but emotions do not destabilize your identity. They inform you. They do not control you. You are no longer afraid of your emotional experience. You trust your ability to move through whatever arises. This creates emotional resilience, not by suppressing emotion, but by no longer being threatened by it. You are emotionally stable, grounded, and regulated. You cannot be moved. And that's a good feeling. Relational changes during commissioning. Commissioning changes how you relate to others. You no longer relate from a need. You relate from stability. You do not pursue connection to feel internal absence. You allow connection to emerge naturally. You do not fear disconnection because you are no longer disconnected from yourself. This creates relational freedom. You can love fully without abandoning yourself. You can walk away without abandoning yourself. Your identity remains intact regardless of your external outcomes. The emergence of leadership. Leadership is a natural outcome of commissioning, not leadership through control, leadership through stability. Others begin sensing your coherence, not because you attempt to influence them, but because your nervous system communicates safety. People trust stability. They trust coherence. They trust those who are not operating from survival mode. Leadership is not something you claim. It is something that emerges naturally from integration and commissioning. Father speaks, the sending. My child, you are no longer in the place of restoration. You are in the place of embodiment. What I restored in you, I now establish through you. You do not need to question your stability. You are established. You do not need to fear the future. I am already there. Walk forward in what I have built within you. You are not fragile. You are founded. You are not recovering. You are commissioned now. Scripture, Jeremiah 17:7-8. But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. They will be like a tree planted by the water. It does not fear when heat comes. Matthew 5:14. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. 2 Corinthians 3:5. Our competence comes from God. Teaching model. The full identity restoration sequence. Survival, awakening, stabilization, integration, reclamation, and commissioning. Commissioning is the phase where identity becomes embodied authority. And that's how I'm speaking to you right now. You are no longer becoming stable. You are no longer becoming restored. You are living from what has been established within you, what God has been building in you. Romans 8:28. What happened to you, he's using to build. He's using to glorify him. He's taken it all and he's using it for his glory and to help others. Journaling prompt. Where do I notice myself trusting myself more naturally? What no longer destabilizes me that once did? What feels ready to be expressed through my life now? Challenge. Stop relating to yourself as someone who's fragile. Stop organizing your life around protection. Begin allowing yourself to live from authority. You are not who you were in survival. You are not who you were in healing. You are who you are now, established. And I'm praying for you. These stages that I keep sharing with you, they cannot be rushed. They cannot be skipped. You have to go through them all. Alongside God, he will bring you to the next stage. You know, there's different seasons in our lives. There's different, and everything has a time to be born, a time this, a time that. And I'm not sure exactly where that is found, but there's a time for everything. And you can't rush these things. And you need to embrace where you are. Recognize where you are and ask God to reveal to you what you need to do during these stages, and just be present in that stage. Be present in the moment, not worrying about your past, not worrying about the future, but being present and grounded where you are now. You will eventually get there, and you're not less because you're not there now. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes intentionality, and it takes some hard work. But you know what? Choose the journey. Choose to walk alongside God too, so that He can help heal you completely, so that He can make you whole. No person is going to do that for you. No mate, no anything. You and God makes you whole. And when you are whole, you can live a life of authenticity. You can live a life of not performance. And if you choose to walk in another relationship, they will be a gift. They won't be a need. They will just be a true gift that you can enjoy, that you're not asking anything from them, but to just be. To be free, to be you, and to be loved, and to walk in a founded relationship that honors God. And that's the place you want to get and be before you enter into another relationship. So be grounded, be whole, and I'm praying for you.